There's a way for me to go be me. I just know that there's a place for me. 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 So sick of feeling like I'm alone in this place, and so sick of feeling like life is gonna be wasted. I just wanna be something, wanna be greatness, yeah. I just wanna be happy, wanna make changes, but I don't know where to start.
For those of you returning, hello and welcome back. For those of you who are just joining, hello and welcome to the Marko Yamashita Show. I am your host, Marko Yamashita, and tonight we are practicing more Japanese while talking about various topics that are happening in the gaming or VTuber world. One of the topics that we were talking about here in the previous stream was Hogwarts Legacy, which has been a very big topic since its release and has seen no end to its discussion regarding the toxicity within the streaming community. That being said, we've had lots of people who are taking a stand and saying it's a freaking game. Let us play the games that we want to play. And yes. Konnichiwa. Welcome back. Welcome back. And I need to get rid of this message that is on my screen here. Dismiss. Okay. What I'm going to do is, just real quickly, I am going to continue with BUSUU here in the short term, and then maybe also jump over to DUOLINGO here along the way, but I do want to continue the conversation that we are having with the Hogwarts Legacy situation, and like Silverville and everything else. Excuse me. And I also saw Calvin also mention the end game. I did see that the developer mentioned that they were not anticipating releasing a DLC for it, which I found very shocking. But perhaps maybe not too unexpected, since, you know, the entire controversy happened, and maybe they themselves were a little bit too scared to push out or do a DLC for the game. But then I've also seen the mod community has gone absolutely nuts with the game. So including there's a mod that is out there that allows for 4-player co-op within the Hogwarts game itself, which I thought was just absolutely mind-blowing. Oh, definitely. Silvervale and so many other people have gotten such a tremendous boost because of the controversy in standing up for this stuff. And the I think one of the largest things that has to be acknowledged is the game itself has broken records both in Europe and across the globe. And depending on whether or not, let me back up. So the game itself has broken records in Europe and I believe also in Japan for sales, right? And according to sales statistics, the sales of the game itself have so far been exceeding on pace to catch up with Elden Ring for units sold in a physical year, if it keeps selling. Now, obviously, that's a big if, right? However, just let that sink in for a moment, considering that the state the game still is in, and the fact that Elden Ring came out and was basically like almost flawless. It was like maybe 95% flawless. I mean, they did throw some patches in there along the way for performance and everything, but by and large, it was like almost flawless from the get-go performance-wise. Maybe there were like dips along the way, but I mean, like, you really had to like, you really had to be like somebody like me that had like older hardware in order to see those dips. I mean, if you had like top of the line hardware, I mean, it wasn't like Crysis melting your video card type of performance, but I mean, you had to push your hardware pretty hard in order to get it to like actually melt. Yeah, exactly. PS4 and Switch is still coming. I think I'm not sure if Xbox One is going to get it, but I know the Series X and the Series S. I mean, I know they got theirs, but I'm not sure if Xbox One's getting it. So yeah, I mean, there's a big possibility that it could sell gangbusters. But I really hope, God, I feel so sorry for Pikami, man. I mean, I was so pissed when I saw that shit. Pardon my French, but oh God. My heart went out to them. And I've had some people ask me, from across the pond, what's up with all these English speakers like freaking out over the game. And specifically, and that's what pisses me off, man. I mean, people from Asia look at this stuff, right? They look at the stuff and they go, man, why are Americans so effed in the head freaking out over a game like this? Because they see all this all this stuff happening, and they see, of course it's English, and of course they big freak out, all these social justice groups attacking an Asian streamer, and so it automatically is like, oh, it must be an American. I mean, they're not gonna think, oh, it was probably someone from Great Britain or whatever. I mean, English speakers, Twitch. Oh, it must be an American thing. I mean, do you have really any idea of how bad that makes you look by going after streamers like that? It doesn't help the cause, man. It doesn't help the cause. Yo, Calvin, that's why I'm learning. That's why I'm learning Japanese, because How could you not? So, um, I the other night, or the other morning rather, um,
学生
I stopped into Kazane, um, the YouTuber VTuber that stopped in here a couple days ago, I think it was, or no, last week. She stopped in here, and she's somebody I've recently started watching. She stopped in here, and Japanese VTuber, and um, I stopped in, and I typed in her chat, Ohayo gozaimasu, I'm sorry I'm late, I overslept. And a couple people in her chat were like, Ohio, it's nighttime, right? And she had to explain, that he's an American, he lives in the United States. And they were like, oh, wow, he typed in Japanese though. I'm like, yeah, I kind of want to hide that sometimes, because it's one of those like face palm moments when you have this stuff happen. It's like, you kind of like, you don't want to admit that you're an American. You know what I'm saying? Oh, student. Yes, you are a student, and you are wearing a sailor student outfit.
学生
Gakse. Gak,
学生
gakse. Gak, gakse. So the U is not emphasized in this syllable. Gakse.
学生
Gak. It's almost like it's a half a sound. Gakse. Okay. That's interesting. I did not think. I know that there's certain syllables in Japanese that do not have a full sound when you pronunciate them. Like F, the letter F. You don't, like food. Food. You really put that F in there, but you don't really put that, like, the Fukushima. You don't Fukushima. You don't put that full pronunciation in there. What's
私は学生です
Watashi wa gakusei desu. Stress on the first sound of the word ga. The last sound is long. Okay.
大学生
Really, you is off. I suppose you're right. It's almost like a half a sound when you like say like su, like tsunami. You do kind of get that U sound when you say it, but yeah, I believe you're right. Yeah. That makes sense. Daigakse. So, and when they use dai is like secondary, isn't it? When you're looking at, like, because I know, like, when they do I've noticed, like, they use like dai when they're talking about like when they had the nuclear disaster at the nuclear plant. They called the reactor dai. Dai something over there. Dai means big? Okay. So that makes sense. So that they were talking about the large reactor. Okay, yeah, okay. So Dai, large university, large school, which the larger, bigger. Yeah, okay, I got it. Yeah. Dai. Okay, yeah.
学生
Gakusei means student generally, while Daigakusei refers specifically to university students. True. Okay.
高校生
Kokosei. Kokosei. High school student. So, Keiko-san wa kokosei desu. Okay. When you write... Ooh.
高校生
Ko. Oh. So when you write O in Japanese, you pronounce it like a stretched out O. Oh, okay. So when they mean this, is that why you a lot of times you'll see like the O with the line on top of it, maybe? Because I've seen like a lot of they'll write like kokosei, but instead of like OU, they'll have like just the O with the line on top of it. Yeah, long sound. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so it's simpler to coca. Yeah, that word. We also write ie, but when we say it, it sounds like e, like a, like the A in Amy. Yeah, ie, sensei. Okay. And katakana, it's just a line. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
恵子さんは高校生です
Kokosei desu. Okay. Gakusei is student, and Daigakusei is university, and so Kokosei is high school. Okay, got it. Okay, here's the tip. When the subject of the sentence is clear, when you introduce yourself, you don't have to use watashi wa hai. Yeah, so you can omit that and say ana desu. Gakusei desu.
私はミミです学生です
The person saying that her name is Mimi and
私はミミで
this
す学生です
Gakusei desu. Yes. Okay.
先生
Yes, that is a sensei. Yes.
鈴木さんは先生です
Sensei desu. Teacher.
会社員
Oh. Learn a new word here. Okay, so kai shine. Kai shine.
会社員
Kai shine. Sha. E. Okay.
山下さんは会社員です
Ooh, I'm an office worker. Yes. Yamashita-san wa kaishain desu.
医者
Isha. So, Isha is specific to doctor, I'm assuming. Whereas they could also be called sensei, which can technically also mean doctor, but I guess what is more general? Yeah, that N always catches me. I get lazy and I forget to stress it. I always say it, but it's kind of like when I say Yoshinon. Like a lot of times I'll like say the O and I'll forget the N at the end. Ah, okay, so it's honorific. Oh, I see. Okay. That makes sense. Okay. So Aisha. Okay.
よしこさんは医者です。
Isha. Isha. Not I. E. I always have to remind myself it's E. Isha. Isha. Okay. What would you collectively call Kyokose and Daigakse? Gakse. Thank you, Umberto. Okay, so sensei, teacher, professor. Isha, doctor. Kai-sen. Kai-shian. Company employee. Kai-shian. Okay.
おはようございます。
おはよう。
私はよしです。高校生です。どうぞよろしく。
おはようございます。The person's name is Yoshi.
おはようございます。私はよしです。高校生です。どうぞよろしく。高校生です。高校生です。高校生です。高校生です。高校生です。どうぞよろしく。
Oh, okay. I forgot that they were since he had already established his name himself in the sentence. He didn't have to. He didn't have to, watashi wa, etc., etc. Okay. All right.
おはようございます。
おはよ
はじめまして。私は山田です。会社員です。どうぞよろしく。
Kai Shine is company employee, corporate employee, company. Yay! 100%. Yay! Good job, guys. If I'm not mistaken, sensei is often used to address someone that is more knowledgeable in a certain field. I would tend to agree with that. That's why you call mangaka sensei. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that's why you often see people, they'll like, especially like in anime, if somebody is like really, really like smart in something, and they're just blowing through it compared to somebody else, and in the same class or same grade or even in the same field, they'll joke that they're like a sensei, or something like that. Yeah, master, pretty much. Yeah, they'll call him sensei and shisha and things like that. Which it makes sense. Yay! I've started the streak. I need to keep trying. I need to do it every day, though. That's eventually going to be like one of my goals is to, even if it's not on stream, to try to keep a streak going, because I really should be practicing this a lot more on a daily basis. There's no, I mean, if I really, really push myself, I think I could get into like at least being able to like not having to rely completely on auto translate to help me construct sentences. I'm not so much sure about like actually writing them out or anything like that, but I mean, like right now I tend to use, I've gotten very, very good at constructing sentences in English in a fashion or in a way that auto like DeepL is able to take that sentence and then and make a practical grammarly correct sentence as a result of it. However, I if I were to like try to actually write it out in Japanese, I would have no clue. And I want to be able to at least get to the point where like if I want to be able to say it, I can construct the sentence and then at least speak it and not stumble over my words. That's kind of where my goal is for this year. I really should get back to Hogwarts. Oh, I know the feeling.
私はミミです。学生です。
Oh, Gakusei. You are a student. I knew that. Okay. 私は学生です。I am a student. Yes. 学生. Okay.
岡田さんは会社員です。
岡田さんはOop. DS. Come on. ESU. Okay. Yeah. It's very difficult for me as well, because like I've been trying to help out several different streamers with getting Hogwarts to run decent on their computers, and also like tinkering around with Hogwarts on my computer as well. I did finally get a HDMI splitter, a decent one, to work on my computer, so I can start playing games again with both PCs. And I actually also may have found a fix for my USB port problem. I gotta do a little bit more testing on it, because I was helping ASMR streamer because she got a Windows 11 computer, and hers was doing the exact same thing that mine was doing with my headphone and microphone. And finally I got fed up with it, and I had like looked and I searched for probably about, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours, and I think I may have found that it's a power control issue, and with the power settings, and that Windows 11 and or the BIOS is trying to reroute power for the USB ports every time, like the CPU like starts, you know, taxing it, or like if your video card starts pulling more volts or something like that, it tries to like reroute that power from your USB ports and lower the voltage to them. So you have to go in there and manually switch that off and tell it to keep at, you know, the full limits the entire time. And then that's when you have to, you know, trust and rely that you have a strong enough power supply to be able to compensate for that. So, but I gotta test a little bit more with it to make sure that it actually is the fix for it. But if it is, it'll be nice, you know, because then I can, you know, plug things back into it, or maybe even look at getting a second microphone, so I can have like a different quality of microphone for that computer. Oh, ray tracing is just
ケンさんは大学生です。
ray tracing is like, you know, somebody sucking the life out of you with that game, and it's just weird. I have no idea why ray trace. You know what the other thing is? I found that I got an almost. If I were to compare it to like let's say, like if the standard I was looking for was like 60 frames a second, just by switching the fog switch from, you know, whatever it is, either like ultra or high down to low, just the regular fog graphic overlay, if you switch it down to low, I was able to increase the performance by 20% just with regular fog, turning down the fog. Oreo, welcome back. Welcome. We are practicing Japanese while talking about
ケン
Hogwarts.
さんは大学生です。
ケンさんは大学生です。
田中さんは高校生です。
タカさんは高校生です。Yeah, fog, ray tracing, those are the two. Oh, you know what the other thing is as well? So I turned off, I turned off my VSync, right? And I'll show this to you probably tomorrow. But I turned off VSync, and then I instead of putting the frame rate at 60, I just put it at uncapped, and I lit my graphics card. I lit the GeForce Experience upscale it instead of the game upscale it, and no joke, I can now run it at a decent quality picture at 115 frames a second. And yeah, it's upscaled, but I mean, it looks really good compared, considering it's upscaled. Yeah, it does. Oh, what you doing, Oreo? Are you watching are you watching your girl? I know she started I think probably about like an hour before I did. I saw that she started streaming. I didn't see what she was streaming tonight. What was she streaming tonight? Pomo. What was she streaming tonight? Puff. What are you streaming tonight? Oh, she was streaming Plants vs Zombies. Oh, that game was pretty fun. That game is pretty fun. I haven't gotten really far in it, but I've gotten far in it. To make a statement into a question, you add ka. Yeah, that's what I thought. You add ka. And then if you like are making a statement, it's like sen. And this is referring to yourself. Naruto wa ninja desu ka? Never thought I'd see that question on a.
ともこさんは大学生ですか?
Tomo-san wa daigakusen desu ka?
えりこさんは会社員ですか?
This person is asking if Eriko is a company employee. True.
マリアさんは医者ですか?
Isha desu ka? Okay, are you a doctor? I hope so. Cultural tip. When addressing somebody in Japanese, we try to use their name with san instead of the word you or anata. Isn't anata, well, I know like anata is often used as like between husband and wife, like as a term of endearment. Would you even say anata between strangers? I like it when they use like pop culture or whatever is like currently like meta or at least like relatable. That way you get that variety versus like Duolingo. Well, they'll like recycle the same thing as many different ways as possible. But I always thought like you would use anata if you're talking like between two people that have more of an intimate relationship. Yeah. Well, and I think that's also if I remember correctly, in a lot of cases, when they try teaching like Japanese to overseas people, they typically don't teach the masculine in order to encompass everything. So like like that's why like by and large you always have like watashi instead of like ore or buku, those types of sayings when referring to self as a male. Even though watashi is acceptable as a man, but in more cases than one. You know, if you want to do it from the masculine form, speaking of yourself, you know, where it'd be more acceptable. Okay.
あなた
If I had a Japanese girl like do that and say "anata," I would be 好きです。大好きです。Oh, we usually say "anata" when addressing people. Oh, I read that wrong. See,
お名前は
she distracted me. Oh no, say that again.
お名前は
Onamae wa. Onamae wa.
お名前は
Onamae wa. My mouth is not used to saying these syllables back to back.
お名前は
Onamae wa. They must have like filmed this like right at the end of Cherry Blossom series season, because either that or because I mean these look like they are like starting to wilt. These still look like they're in bloom, but these look like they're starting to get old.
お名前は
So let's see. Onamae wa. Okay. Yeah, I get, yeah, I have. Oh, who was it? I can't remember which streamer it was, but I was playing Minecraft with them. I did something, and it was like a pawn moment, you know. And they're like, "Oi, Marko-san, nani o?" And I was like, "Oops." You know, all I could do was type "oops," you know, with like, you know, the sweat drop in chat, you know, and they're like, "Anata." It's like, oops. I destroyed something by accident. I don't remember what it was, but it was one of those like, oh man, you just kind of like want to jump into lava, you know, and like just kill yourself moments. Hi. Yeah, that would be me, and then like the response from the girl would immediately be a slap. Wait, it's not midnight yet? No, it's not midnight yet. No, it's not midnight yet. Where would it be midnight? Oops. See, Mariko-san wa gakusei desu ka? Okay, so she is asking if she is a student. And this is Mariko-san wa gakusei desu. Student. Onamae wa. See, I hear people who speak Japanese fluently say this so fast. I often misinterpret what they say as, them saying, doing the omae, the vulgar phrase. Was it omae, OMAE instead, instead of the onamae. And that's the thing that really throws me off is that fluent people who speak fluently in Japanese, they say their syllables so fast. I often misinterpret what I hear, and so I start doubting what I hear. Let's see. 私は耳です。学生です。学生です。Okay. What I'm saying, 学生です。Okay.
あなた
That's false. Okay. Let's answer questions. You might remember that no in Japanese is ie. And yes is hi. When you respond to a question, we often omit the subject if it is clear. Okay.
はい
Hi.
いいえ
Ie. Okay. Hi. Yes. Ie. Okay. How to answer questions. To respond positively, we say hi. And repeat the information that we are confirming. To respond negatively, we say ie and provide the correct information. Okay. So you don't just... Okay, so... If the information is correct... Respond positive. Respond positively. Repeat. Confirming. But when do you confirm the information positively? I mean, does it depend on the importance of the information?
はい学生です
Yes, I am a student. So if you're asking if you're asking is he a student? Yes, I'm a student. You could also ask, say hi. Oh wait, so do they mean that if you're asking the question in the third person, then you answer while confirming the information or correcting the information, versus like if you are personally being asked the question, then you can answer with just hi or ie? I think that's what they're trying to say here. Like Takana, Tanaka-san wa isha desu ka? Is Tanaka-san a doctor? And say, hi, isha desu.
マリコさんは学生ですか？
Yes, Mariko-san wa gakusei desu. Is Mariko-san a student? Okay.
マリコさんは学生ですか？
Respond positively to this question. Is hi. So you wouldn't have to say her name, but you just answer with yes, she is a office employee. Oh, wait. Student. They said student. Okay.
マリコさんは学生ですか？
Gakusei desu ka? Okay. Got it. Okay. 83%. That's not bad. Her favorite word?
O 前
Oh my.
お前
Yeah, oh
お
my.
前
Yeah, I always hear that. And especially like in Yakuza games and movies, you always hear, oh my. Okay, let's move on to... Oh boy, we're at the checkpoint. Okay. Let's get the checkpoint out of the way. Start the quiz. Let's get ready for the challenge.
私はミミです。学生です。
Person saying her name is Mimi and she is a student. Yes.
お
Oh. The hiragana. True.
マリコさんは学生ですか？
Hi. Desu ka?
刺身をください。
Oh boy, they're really going back on this. Okay. Sashimi.
刺身をください。
Ooh. Kudasai.
お好み焼きをください。
Okonomi goodness. Ah. Oh, goodnessai. Period. Okay.
天ぷらをください。
Tempura o goodnessai. Please give me tempura. Yes.
岡田さんは会社員です。
Kaishain desu. Okay.
お名前は？
Oh no my. Oh no my wa. Okay.
おはようございます。私はよしです。高校生です。どうぞよろしく。
Ah. Okay. What should you collectively call kokosei and daigakusei?
おはようございます。はじめまして。私は山田です。会社員です。どうぞよろしく。
False.
天ぷら、刺身、お好み焼き。
Okonomiyaki. You keep talking about tempura and sashimi and okonomiyaki. You're gonna get me hungry.
どうぞ。
ありがとう。
いいえ。
And I ate supper right before I started streaming too. Okay.
どうぞ。
ありがとう。
いいえ。
Listen to the audio and choose the correct option. Dozo, he's presenting a so that's wrong. So she's receiving. Okay. Greet your teacher. Good morning, Miss Suzuki. Suzuki sensei, ohayo gozaimasu. Yeah. Oh boy. A I U E O. A I U E O.
おはよう。
Ah. Ohayo.
あいうえお。
A I U E O.
あいうえお。
A I U E O. A I U E O.
い
This letter has a hook. True. Woohoo! 100%. All right. Awesome. Da-da. Yay, got through all the challenges. Awesome. Okay. Well, I'm not going to overdo it too much on my first day back. But tomorrow, as long as nothing comes up and as long as I don't have any lingering issues going on physically, I do plan on resuming Harry Potter, or the Harry Potter game, the Hogwarts Legacy game, tomorrow. And then on Saturday, so on Saturday, one of the streamers I started watching recently here from Kawaii Productions is called, her name is Peony. She will be doing Phasmophobia on her channel, and with she is going to be looking for people to play with her as well. So this starts at 4 p.m. Central Time, my time. So I'm not sure what time that would be over for anyone else that's watching. But I am going to try to get into at least one game with her because she's really fun to play with. I did members only night tonight with her, and we basically played Among Us for I think like an hour and a half, 2 hours. And it was really, really fun. So I would like to be able to play at least one round of Phasmo with her. Just really, really, really fun, cute, enjoyable. Yeah, the ghost hunting game. Yeah. And I'm I always do this, so it's no biggie. So she streams almost nothing but horror games. If you look at her her channel, she does she's studying different languages. She's German. She lives in Germany. She knows German, English. She's like she knows some Japanese. She's studying Korean. She does ASMR, but by and large, other than Hogwarts, like she mostly does horror games, which is like really really awesome in a fun kind of way. She also does like strategy, like RTS games as well. But like if you notice, like most of the games she plays is like all horror games. You know, Dead by Daylight, Phasmo, you know, different spooky games, Outlast. and she like she has like one of those like screams that just like, you know, she screamed so loud, like the first stream I watched her on this Phasmo stream here. She screamed so loud she literally like peeked out her mic, and it cut out on her because it just couldn't go any further. You know, but yeah, she has a really, you know, she talks really calm. Like sometimes you wonder if she's whispering.
I'm just happy that I get to spend time with my fellow teachers. Hello, and my lovely fairy wife. Arigato, thank you so much for 2 months membership. Wow. Arigato. Okay. About collabs, we're not allowed to collab with any male VTubers or males in general. And it would be better if you didn't bring it up. Hi.
This is why, like, if she's offering audience participation and she's allowed audience participation, I would like to be able to participate, because this would be the only way I'd be able to like actually play a game with her, is if it's audience participation. But yeah, I mean, she's really nice. Oh yeah. Oh man, I made it up to the point where
I'm already severely regretting my decision to play this game today.
She screams here in about like 2 minutes. But like,
Hola. Do you have Urida? Or like something tarot card? I don't know. Or
so yeah, she's really fun to watch, and I mean, she like had a blast with this with PN. But I made it, so I made it to the map room, right, in Hogwarts. And let me tell you something, what that whole dungeon cave that you have to get through in order to get to the map room, and it had me on edge so badly. Like I literally couldn't sit still because I have arachnophobia so bad. And I literally like, so I was like literally like fighting the spiders in that cavern, and then I'd have to like pause the game, and I was literally pausing the game and throwing down my controller, and like, you know, like dusting myself off because I kept feeling like something was crawling on me, even though, you know, right now, like where I'm living, it's like minus 16 degrees Celsius outside right now. I mean, there's literally no spiders to you know, to speak of. They're all either dead, or they're hibernating, or they're in egg sacs right now. It's just too cold. But I literally just could not, like, it took me forever to get through that dungeon because of the spiders in there. And it was because I was like creeping out, and I was like, oh man. I mean, if I have one weakness, it's spiders. That's like really my what. And if they are real looking, oh, I mean, like, kill them with fire does not even begin to tell the story about how much I hate spiders. You know, I used to live in Texas, and here in the United States, and I kid you not, when we first moved to Texas, we moved into an area, a brand new subdivision, and in the first month that we lived at the house that we moved into, I was getting ready for bed one night, and no joke, I found a tarantula in my bed. When I was getting ready for bed, I pulled the sheets out, and there was literally a tarantula in there. And I screamed like bloody murder, like you wouldn't believe. And that thing, like, you know, of course, I freaked out the tarantula, and it ran away, and it hid underneath the bed. And my father didn't believe me until, like, he went in there and he flipped over the bed to prove that there wasn't really a tarantula there, and there it was. And then he freaked out, and he killed it. But I mean, like, literally, like Hachima and I would not get along, because, like, she would eat the spider. I would literally, like, be barbecuing it, and then I would be, like, you know, blowing it up with a missile, because, like, that thing is not coming anywhere near, like, my mouth, much less any other part of my body. You know? I almost got bit by a dog when I was a kid. I was doing a fundraiser, going door to door for a fundraiser, and this one jerk literally, like, turned his dog loose on me. And all I was a kid. I was like 8 years old. And he turned his dog on me. And, like, I managed to get away. But the dog got so close to biting me, he almost broke skin. But I had, like, scrape marks from where his teeth, like, almost got me right above my right behind my ankle. Oh yeah, she'd be like, Marko-sama, here, try try my ramen with tarantula, you know. Marko-sama, it's oishii. I'd be like, yay. We would not be getting along. that when I saw her put that tarantula in her ramen or udon or whatever it was that she ate, I was like, okay, there are many things I can put up with, but that did it for me. I was like, no. I don't care if she actually ate it or didn't eat it. No. if you paid me $1 million, maybe then I would eat it. But you'd have to pay me $1 million up front in cash, in American dollars, or gold, one of the two. Oh man. Yeah, Chama style cooking. Oh man. No, no. Oh yeah, yeah. I saw. I've actually so I haven't played any of this on stream. So you'll have to forgive me for not playing it on stream. However, I have actually worked very hard on Hollow Cure. Now you're not going to. So I have worked extremely hard on Hollow Cure, off stream. Basically, like when I'm watching or listening to various people in the morning, and so I didn't read the gotcha here, where it said that on dupes that it that increases character HP, attack, and speed by 1% up to 20. I didn't read that it only went up to 20. So like I just kept going for Gen 1. So Callie's like up to 30 now. And Kiara is up to 31. But I did Ina's at 20, Guru's at 25, and I still haven't been able to get the last one for Ame yet. But our girl Mikochi is at 30. Suse is at 19. Roboko is at 30. Azuki is at 23, and Sora is at 21. And then I got Aqua at 22. Ayame is at 19. Subaru 22. I got my girl Mel at 23. Hachima is at 18. Recently here I've been working at on Karoni, because man, she is so freaking strong. I know. I saw that. I saw that buff mini boss come out, and I'm like, oh man, this is different. You know, and then of course you had so it's I got I've cleared and unlocked time mode, and I haven't cleared regular stage difficulty with Callie, but I've done endless with her, and I haven't been able to clear stage 2 hard yet. I keep dying like right before the end, but my I'm at 40% completion with achievements, but I have the armory completely unlocked. I got all 63, and upgrades. I still need to like max out everything, but I mean, I've gotten like basically the minimum requirements for beating that last stage, but I haven't completed it yet. But I still have room where I could max out everything. But I mean, like I just go, I love going nuts in this game with Miko. I mean, I got my favorite girls in here with Roboco and Mel, but let me tell you something. Just going nuts in this game with Miko is just awesome. I mean, her regular attack and her special are just great. I mean, they're perfect. I mean, just they fit my playstyle just perfect. Let's see, and who else? Like Callie, I like using Callie because her scythe has such a long range, and it has that arc attack to it. And then Miko, I mean I love her Gohei here. And I mean I've like I like the final evo for Roboco's gun, but her gun is like feels like less the bullets are a lot like they since there's less there's less volume to the actual bullets, they're not nearly as effective as like the baseballs from Subaru, where at least the baseballs can bounce. And then of course, like once you get to the final evo, I mean, like she's just like throwing those rocket pitches, and then once you start getting like the badges, and you can knock down the weapon delay, I mean, she's just basically spamming them nonstop, which is really awesome. But you know what really like surprised me though is that the there's how like with the armory here, the washboard or the cutting board, the effectiveness increased bases on certain characters. Like, the cutting board, you'll get that increase with Subaru, but with a lot of the other characters that are also cutting boards, they have a preset bonus stat already built into the cutting board when you get it, but Subaru is the only one that doesn't have that enchantment stat built into it when she gets it. You have to like actually enchant it yourself, which I found kind of sad. She should have gotten that perk along with everybody else. because like Ina gets it. I believe IMA got it. Let's see who else. Matsuri got it. Heck, even Bei got it. She isn't Piton technically, but when she wears her sports shirt, she looks it because she's wearing a sports bra. So like, her figure looks more Piton versus like when she's wearing like that more suggestive, darker, blackish, grayish outfit that she has. Yeah, that's about it. I mean, I totally agree. Like, yeah, when she wears the other outfit, she's definitely not. But like when she wears this one, since she's wearing sports bra and everything else, I mean, she looks it. It's everything's more snug. But I mean, that's why like the entire time, like before she had an outfit change and she was just completely wearing this outfit all the time, like everyone just, I mean, she had her fans, but everyone else was, it was more personality than anything else. And then once she had her new outfit, like everyone was like, whoa, Subaru's a girl? They actually like treated her like a girl. And it's like, yeah, she's a girl. You didn't know that? And I mean, I just love how like she like got flustered when she had her debuted that outfit, and like everyone was like, "You're so cute," and she's like, man, that's funny. It's really funny. I kind of like I wouldn't mind rewatching. I just saw this like watch her expression, but yeah, I've put a lot of hours into this game, and unfortunately it doesn't transfer over to my new computer, so I have to start all over again if I want to play it on my new computer. So, like. Yeah, that was one of the few times where like she could actually just show it off, until she like got her casual clothes, and then like but yeah, and that's kind of the the nice thing too is. A lot of the girls, they they tended, especially up until this last year, they were stuck in like just one or two outfits. Like Lofi, she was like stuck in her one outfit for a long time. I mean, Hollow X was already getting their 3D models, and she still hadn't even gotten her first casual second pair of clothing yet. I think she might have had her she had her idol outfit, but that was it. So, but what really amazes me is, I was watching them play around with that supposed like new or like most recent mocap build stuff that they were like having all the girls play around with and do karaoke and all that other stuff with. And did you notice that Hollow X, all the girls from Hollow X, every one of their models is built completely different than the other girls, the ones that have been there longer. They're still using an older generation of 3D models that are a lot more glitchy and have a lot more collision issues. But if you if you watched like Kiori, but when she was interacting with Lami and with Marin, her model was so fluid that her hair literally had collision detection built into it. And, I mean, it actually flowed. And, her clothes flowed, and, Marin and even Lami's had a newer outfit, but it was still based upon older technology, and they were still having all sorts of collision issues with their models. And it kind of bothers me because it's like, okay, so it is the end game that they are looking at Hollow X as like purely their future? Because like, as soon as Hollow X debuted, it was like, okay, yeah, Hollow X comes out of nowhere. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. And by the way, like 2 of them are already debuting, cover songs. Oh, yeah. And next week, another 2 of them are already debuting original songs. Oh, yeah. And they already have their 3D models. And it's like, what? And even like their Hololive's EN audition now, they don't specifically say that it's not a requirement, but they're like heavily implying that if you expect Hololive to be serious about hiring you, that you have to be able to speak Japanese on like a business level or a native level, and English on a business level, in order to like have them really seriously consider you. And it's like, I mean, it's almost like they're playing catch up with Niji because of just how many entrails Niji is making with across the board. But at the same time, they still heavily neglect their EN market more than anything else, and the viewership and popularity itself of the channels have reflected that, despite the fact that channel numbers and subscriptions themselves continue to rise, popularity and the amount of consistent viewers and the amount of people that subscribe versus unsubscribe is on a downward trend. And the reason for it is because they continuously keep on reconcentrating on Japan, and they keep oversaturating their market. And the problem with that is that they keep doing that, and it's already becoming just like how the idol industry was with AKB, where they oversaturated the market so much, there was just no more room for growth, and then it stagnates, then it contracts, and then people lose their jobs, they can't get hired anywhere, so on and so forth. So, I mean, I think like Niji and Niji especially, they're at least being smart about it. Even though, I mean, I've read and seen a lot of things that make me kind of worry about them as well. That they are just, at least they're growing into a direction where they're catering more towards, the female demographic as well as the English demographic, which is a necessity if you want to have any hope of continuing growth. And I'm not sure if they can say the same thing with Hololive, and Hollow Stars and Tempest and everything else. So I don't know. I'm actually I actually have a membership to the analytics site that tracks all that stuff. So I'm hoping that as long as I can keep my health up, I can like get all the data points down, since the site now provides an option to export it into a Excel document, and then that way I can compile it a lot easier, so I can put it into into a chart form, and then that way we can actually like do a stream on it and track those types of stuff in the future. So we'll see. But anyway, I am going to go ahead and call it a night. And like I said, tomorrow we are going to go ahead and continue Hogwarts. I'll start at 8 p.m. Central Time, like my usual time. And we'll go into the night. We'll probably play, 3-4 hours, or at least see how far we get. And then hopefully on Saturday, we'll give Atomic Heart a try and just see how the game is. If nothing else, just test it out, see how it goes. If I have to miss one of the 2 days, we'll make it up on Sunday. But hopefully, as long as I, try to keep the streams to, between 2 to 4 hours, I think I should be okay. So, but at any rate, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. Oreo, Calvin, Umberto, thank you guys so much for stopping by. Kuro, I know you stopped by earlier for the earlier talk and discussion regarding my health and the channel update. Thank you so much for dropping in. I know we had some lurkers come and go. Thank you, lurkers, for dropping in. I appreciate you guys dropping in as well. VOD gang, if you guys drop in, thank you so much for dropping in. I appreciate it. Yeah, it is FPS, that's kind of one of the unfortunate things. It does look interesting. I was kind of bummed about it being FPS too, as opposed to like, not BioShock, but to me it looked like a cross between like BioShock and kind of like BioShock meets Dead Space meets like Wolfenstein almost. Only instead of like Nazis, it's you're in the Soviet Union, but I believe you're a Soviet person to begin with, but you're still fighting against Soviets. There's a lot of like patriotism built into like the opening sequence, which I mean could rub some people the wrong way, but considering the current climate of things. But yeah, it's kind of like an alternate timeline of like, you know, what would happen if Soviet Russia did gain supremacy over technology kind of thing, and build all the stuff that, you know, we thought would be built in the 80s and 90s and 2000s. You know, fun stuff. Yeah. But we'll test it out. We'll see how it goes. You know, if anything, we'll make it a one night game, and then, you know, continue on. We had, you know, there's plenty of other stuff that I still gotta play, and stuff I still haven't, you know, finished and beaten yet. I mean, I still got up quite a bit of a backlog of games I haven't even started yet. So, I mean, heck, I haven't even started Crisis Core yet. I still haven't finished beating Final Fantasy VII Remake yet. So, I mean, there's plenty of stuff that I have that I could play. You know, just haven't gotten around to it yet. I still haven't finished playing, beaten Pokemon Scarlet yet. I still have one gem leader, and then all, you know, the champions after that I have to beat. So I haven't even tried ranked matches yet. So not that I'll get anywhere with ranked matches, but you know, yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much. We'll catch you tomorrow. Until then, this is Marko Yamashita signing off. Peace.